Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the James Madison Dukes offense has the ball first today. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Got his man down the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Got a little space. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Rides to back and leaves it. Jukes his way for more. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Looking downfield on first down. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let it...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to run for it. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Got his man on the right. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
In the backfield, it's Alston. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Dukes have this offense rolling. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force...
It's a running room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving. You give them a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He's got it on the move. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And the Dukes will try to move the chains on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The Eagles buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Fires to the big fella. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold on.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Creates a little space.
Returner brings it out to the 35. And your James Madison Dukes will take over.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them. Plenty
of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Sanchez. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. stopped for a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Barnett. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a bit.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Gives it on the option. Creates a little room. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. And the Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Punt is on its way. He'll take it on the return. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Looking to throw, it's Burnett. They get to him as he throws.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16, make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Nice move to pick up yardage. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking to throw on first down. Safe little shovel pass. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to fourth down. And the Dukes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 40. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking for a man. It's French. Fires left. Got his man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Illegal touchdown.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Gary. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I know, everyone's yelling like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Motion from the back. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Barnett. Caught near the sticks, it's Alston. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains, they marked it at the 29.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pass is broken up, incomplete. But let's check out this penalty marker.
Pass interference, defense.
The defender got a little desperate there. Grabbed, held, and the offense will take the penalty. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. He makes a grab. They will score! Touchdown, James Madison!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. They're trailing by 10 to LSU. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to throw. It's French. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking downfield, and time is running short. Unloads to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make a connection.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Back to pass, it's Barnett. It's complete to the left. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here comes the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's French. Finds his tight end. Oh, he got loose. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Wants to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Lining up to add another.
And I love the play design here. The ball is designed to come out of the quarterback's hands quickly. He finds his big-time target for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
16, Georgia Southern.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Kyle. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Dukes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Dukes! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's French. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Gary. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And the Dukes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose Looks and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
The Dukes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the toss. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Dukes will punt it away on 4th down.
Number 81 on to punt it away.
He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. This drive will open from the 15. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He'll keep it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. On the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Great play by the... They're getting the tackle for loss, but on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. QB draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's French. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cobb. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed it.
Ernie on the Jets. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Eagles are flying down the field. To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Dallas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man, pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll pull it down and run. There he goes. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
Now, a 4th down. Let's go.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Finds his man. It's Ellis. The Dukes get it past the sticks.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Grabbed over the middle. It's Alston.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They boot it away on fourth down. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Got it in the middle. It's Helms. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Eagles can really attack on this second and short. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Grab near the sticks, it's Green. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. To the air, it's French. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They just keep firing. Buys a little time with his feet. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you got to go for two. You got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite two-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
They'll go to the air. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
It's one thing to execute early in the game.